Imagine swimming in the ocean, only to be greeted by a creature so vast and terrifying, it seems to belong to another world. This isn't just a scene from a movie. These gigantic sea monsters were once very real. With the size way much bigger than a T-Rex and huge jaw with powerful biting force, strong enough to crush cars and swallow multiple humans in one bite, these gigantic sea creatures were so deadly and scarier than the dinosaurs we've seen in Hollywood movies. Thank God they only existed during the geological periods, which were about 500 to 30 million years ago. Can you imagine what would they possibly look like? Can we actually survive in a world where creatures like them still exist? Stay with us as we unveil what these creatures were, how they lived, and how could these sea monsters shape our lives and our ecosystem if they still exist today. Things are about to get wilder than a T-Rex crushing into your party. Now let's start with one of the huge and popular prehistoric sea monsters, the Kronosaurus. Kronosaurus was a huge marine reptile that lived in the cool, high-latitude Eromanga Sea of Australia from the early Cretaceous period, about 125 to 99 million years ago. Kronosaurus was named after the Greek god of time, Cronus, who swallowed his own children in fear of losing his kingdom. Kronosaurus had a powerful bite and sharp teeth that could crush the hardest shells of its prey, such as ammonites and turtles. It could grow up to 33 feet in length and weigh up to 12 tons, making it one of the largest pliosaurs ever. This marine predator was about as long as a city bus. Imagine a bus swimming in the ocean, but with killer teeth on a hunt. By having the unique feature to survive both on land and in the sea, this prehistoric creature had become popular for its presence in the Jurassic Park franchise, where it is shown as a challenging and aggressive beast. Meet Spinosaurus, the largest and most specialized carnivorous dinosaur that ever lived during the Cretaceous period, about 112 to 93 million years ago. Spinosaurus was a semi-aquatic predator, hunting on fish, crocodiles, and other dinosaurs in the rivers and swamps of North Africa. That being said, the ocean was not its only habitat. It could choose to hunt on land or roam the ocean like a king for a seafood supreme. It had a long, narrow skull, similar to that of a crocodile, and a mouth full of conical teeth. Its robust body was equipped with 4 limbs, with the hind legs being shorter than the front legs. It could walk on land and also swim in river using its tail, which was extended by long neural spines, forming a flexible fin or paddle-like structure. Weighing in at 7 tons and reaching lengths of up to 48 feet, a Spinosaurus is like the weight of a huge cargo truck. Hang on, ocean explorers! There are more species we'd like you to meet before we dive into the core question of what if they still exist. Fret not, we haven't forgotten about the major discussion, because you would never have thought that the friendly yet vulnerable marine animal species like the sea turtles were once an apex predator, sending threats throughout the ocean. Meet the Aralon, a massive turtle who was named after the Greek word for ruler turtle. Its fossilized remnants were found in North American rocks of the late Cretaceous period, about 100 to 66 million years ago. It had a leathery carapace, remarkably similar to a leatherback turtle, and strong flippers for swimming. Its long and narrow head with a horned beak resembles the beaks of raptors. With a strong jaw designed for crushing, it is presumed that this gigantic turtle fed on cephalopods and jellyfish. Being a migratory animal, it would travel long distances to lay its eggs on sandy beaches, just like how the modern sea turtles would. An Aralon could grow up to 15 feet in length, making it the largest turtle ever. With a weight of 2.2 tons, this gigantic turtle weighed as much as a large SUV. Definitely not something you'd want to find in your rearview mirror. Next, let's meet Basilosaurus, the primitive whale who lived in the Eocene epoch, about 40 to 34 million years ago. Basilosaurus had a long, slender body and a large head with sharp teeth for crushing prey. It was a carnivore that fed on whales, sharks, and other marine animals. It could grow up to 59 feet in length and weigh up to 60 tons. It weighed as much as 10 African elephants, making it one of the largest mammals ever. While scientists had succeeded in various researches on most prehistoric creatures, the Leadsichthys is classified as a problematic species due to the difficulty involved in recovering and reconstructing the first specimen. Leadsichthys was named after the English paleontologist Alfred Leeds, who found the first fossil. It lived in the Jurassic period, about 165 to 155 million years ago. Leadsichthys was the largest fish ever known. reaching up to 52 feet in length. It belonged to a group of fish called pachycormids, which had a rubbery skeleton and a forked tail. It had a large mouth that could open up to 13 feet wide and equipped with as many as 40,000 teeth, and a long, slender body. When it comes to their feeding habit, we can't judge a book by its cover for this one. Despite its massive and deadly appearance, Leedsichthys did not prey on fishes and large marine reptiles. It was a filter feeder that fed on plankton with its gill rakers. So does that make them harmless to humans? Through every study and discovery of fossils by scientists, these are clear evidence that these sea creatures once shared the same space we live in today. Have you ever wondered, what if they never went extinct? Imagine you're having a casual stroll on the beach, sipping on some pina colada, or enjoying the gentle strokes of sea waters on your feet. All of a sudden, a massive shadow loomed beneath the ocean. These prehistoric sea monsters, once rulers of ancient seas, making a surprise appearance in our waters. Life will never be boring when you're swimming next to these gigantic creatures. The presence of such massive apex predators would drastically alter our marine ecosystems. The existence of some of the frightening creatures would instill fear and awe in us, and the current marine species would face new formidable predators, potentially leading to dramatic shifts in their populations. Imagine how different our oceans would be today if sea monsters still roaming around. With their enormous appetites, they could consume up to 2,000 to 3,000 pounds of food each day, causing a huge wipeout to the populations of large fish. And when they're out of resources, our fishing boats will be their next easy target. The presence of these ancient giants would pose a serious threat to the marine life, especially the endangered and vulnerable species, forcing other marine animals to adapt in unexpected ways. We might see changes in behavior, size, or even physical appearance as they evolve to survive alongside these prehistoric giants. For us humans, the change would be immediate and personal. We definitely need to rethink about everything from commercial fishing to beachside tourism. Popular ocean activities like surfing and scuba diving might no longer be safe. Can you imagine paddling out only to spot a shadow larger than a bus beneath you? That's a quick end to a surf session. It would also pose a potential danger, especially to those who venture into the deep sea, such as oil drillers, miners, and explorers. And let's not forget the challenges these ancient creatures would face. Modern problems like pollution, habitat destruction, and climate change could severely impact their survival. However, they were still fascinating and valuable creatures that could teach us a lot about the power and diversity of life on Earth. The discovery of prehistoric sea monsters would revolutionize our understanding of marine biology and paleontology, unlocking secrets of the past and shedding light on the mysteries of evolution and ecology of the ocean. It would be a great chance for groundbreaking scientific discoveries of what lurks beneath, and a boost of interest in marine science and conservation. So, next time you dive into the ocean, remember, it's not just a playground for us humans, but a wondrous ecosystem filled with mysteries and marvels. These horrific sea monsters had extinct, and we can only find their fossil in real life, and some of them in our wildest nightmares. So, are you glad that they no longer exist, or do you hope to see one in real life?